Hi friends, it's Tracy from the Financial Freedom Diary, and today we are back to close out my budget in EveryDollar. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe below. Thank you to everybody who keep returning to my channel, watching the videos, and just supporting me, letting me help you, helping me, we help each other. Thank y'all so much. We are in EveryDollar right now. This is the free version. There's a premium version that connects to your checking account and will import transactions. I do go in here like once, twice a month to put transactions in here. I try to stay on top of that, but I get behind. So we're going to jump in. The first thing I want to do is go ahead and create my budget for February because I didn't do that either. I have been a fool, just doing everything, thinking I'm gonna get caught up, and I never did. So we're gonna go back to January, and then we are going to make all the edits, classify everything. So if you see me looking off to the side, I'm looking at my little notebook, making sure that I classified all of my fuel transactions, because a lot of times that's the difference in my budget. My bills, I've kind of normalized all of that, got that all stable. I don't have a lot of things going on, even though sometimes I do get some stuff and forget that I have it. Like my Fitbit Premium, I had signed up for that, I had a free period, and it just expired. All right, so we're going to go back to December 30th because you guys know that I'm a salaried employee. I get paid twice a month. So it's the last business day of the month and the 15th, but never on a Friday. It's always on, never on a Saturday. It's on a Friday. That kind of thing. I'm trying to get my words. I don't know what the heck I'm saying, so I'm going to shut up. Now, let's go and drop salary in here. So it's $27.33. That was paycheck number 1. And then paycheck number 2 would have been around the 13th. My ear is really hurting. You guys, I had to put earrings in because one of the holes is trying to close up and I had to open it up. And let's look at that. I need to make sure that is right. I think this is where I'm getting it wrong. Yeah, I'm gonna look at this. That is wrong. Look at paycheck number 2. Let's look at my budget here. And you guys asked me if I was from North Carolina. No, originally I'm from South Carolina. I actually live in Memphis, Tennessee, right outside of Memphis now. And so I get I get stuff from family and friends that still live on the East Coast. So I have friends that live in Fayetteville, Raleigh, and Durham. Okay, so my paycheck number 2 was actually $28.33. And I need to also go back and adjust paycheck number 1 because I'm looking at it and it was $28.73. Should have been looking at that, $28.73. All right, so you can see the received income for January was higher than my plan. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust my plan to match my received. And this is going to let me know what I really had left in my checking account. So I want to get ready to move more money over to my emergency fund, or I may just let it sit depending on what it is. I have accurate numbers before I start moving stuff. I don't want to see that no more. So let's get back to the transaction. So I received $150 from my son for rent. I don't see that I have that anywhere. So I'm just going to click on that and create the transaction. So $150. And he would have given me that. About a second. Did have a talk with him, like, you never pay your rent on the second. Never. And what else do we have? Now let's go down to my expenses in January. And so you'll see I already have something in the subscriptions here. And I think that may be my PMI because it's $139. And so, yes, my PMI dues that came out on the 20th. So I do come in here. I do come here and adjust some stuff sometimes. I just forget what I did. Now we'll come back up here. Let's do the housing and all of that because that's always pretty simple for me. So my rent was 1778.27. You know he's not paying your rent. My internet was 114.69. That recently went up to 117. Do I have my cell phone here? Sometimes I forget. Okay, so T-Mobile. And then my utilities was $275. And so the company is MLGW. Alrighty, so let's do the adjustment here. I hope, you know what? I didn't even turn on my lights. Hope y'all can see me. I have just a regular light on. I'm just like, something is really, really weird. $275 for the utilities. And so my portion of the cell phone bill is $70.99. And my youngest son said he's going to get his own cell phone plan. So I'm just going to let him, whatever. Whatever. I think we'll see. Because I know like counseling and all that stuff, you have to do things at the right time. But he'll let me know if he does that. So you'll see that my left to budget is now $296.05. I started off, I should have had an EveryDollar budget, which means a zero-based budget. Next is gas for my car. And $19.78 once. And I have two here, $24, $25, I guess. Sometimes I hand my debit card to my son and have him fill up. And so he must have went to see his brother or something. So $64.94. Something like Marathon. I don't believe there's a Marathon station close by. So I know that wasn't me. So the total amount that I spent on gas was $64.94. Tell you that's one of the blessings that came with budgeting was I don't have to worry about, do I have enough money for this? Do I have enough money for that? Because it's always there if I don't overspend. And that's why, I have my cash envelopes and then I have what's in my checking account. And either they don't intermingle or I don't get things mixed up. So even if I overspend in my cash envelopes, it doesn't have a negative impact on whether I can pay my bills or anything like that. The things that I really need to have done, my shenanigans don't affect anything. So my son's savings, these are really, really old savings things that I have that go to their savings account. My youngest son built his checking off of his savings account. My oldest son has his own savings and checking, and then there's the one that I created. And so he likes that approach, whereas my youngest son is more like me. We need to see. We need to see everything, make sure we got everything. Hiding money, it don't work for us. Identity theft was $298. Sorry, y'all, my back is hurting because my poor posture. And health insurance did go up to $15.42. And that's health, dental, vision, all combined. So my total for health insurance was $29.84. So it is going up. And identity theft is $583. And now what we got? We got our cash envelope. I think that's the last of. No. Yeah, because I got those two. They came from my insurance, and then my subscription sinking fund. So I'm gonna do that last. And so let's take care of the cash envelope. So let's look at what we gave ourselves in January. So I had $750 that went to groceries. And then I'm gonna add a split. And so I hope everybody's doing well. Y'all didn't have to worry about what we went through here, because that was some wild stuff. This is like this. We had snow before, and at negative whatever, and they did the rolling blackouts. And this time my son thought it was a rolling blackout, but I told him I didn't think so, because they normally sent us like, I got a text message that said so. This time they had to clear debris and all that. And I know I was just reading a comment that someone was out of power for days. So I am not complaining of having the up down for that particular day, because that was wild. All right, so let's put in the different amounts. So $750. Restaurants was $100. Household was $100. And personal was $100. And so we're going to track that. Now I need to go and look at these categories and see what was the budgeted amount, because I don't think it's right. And so I'm in the right, my little lifestyle section here. So household budget and spent, that was the same. Personal, I did not give myself $200, give myself $100. So I copied December and made this one. And I did not do anything with Christmas, so I'm just going to get rid of this. I did donate to youth villages for Christmas, and I just thought about something. I did do a donation. I did. Yes, I did. I did. I almost forgot about this one. So youth villages was in December, but Mr. Wayne was, I went and got some cash out for him. Come on now. My coworker was also giving money to him, so he came by to check and see if I wanted to add to it. And now I feel like I want to sneeze. Nobody wanted to know that. All right. Make sure I don't forget anything I wrote on paper that I forgot to go in here and adjust. So before I log off, what I'm going to do is adjust my categories for February, so I don't get to the end of the month and not know what they are, or I have to look at the paper so much. So for groceries, you'll see I have the budget amount $600, but really January was $750. And when you are over your budgeted amount, it does turn red like that. So you see my left to budget is $391.44. And let's make sure, I'm going to start at the bottom. I want to make sure I got everything. I don't have any debt. Thank the Lord for that. These tough economic times, and it's still pretty scary, even though I'm debt free, it's still scary. Still scary. So Mr. Wayne is even, personal, household, and then I can get rid of Christmas because that was a December transaction. So you can see I did not clean this up. Just got a big mess up in here. And so gas looks good, rent, household looks good. Now let's go up here. I had 2 more transactions that I need to classify, and one was my Fitbit premium, and my Fitbit was $87.79, and that's with the tax. I believe Fitbit was like $79 $99, and then they added the tax to it, and so that's how I got to the 80 something. And so my insurance for my car for the next 6 months, $779.91. With all the car thefts and everything, car insurance is going up. So what you gonna do, right? So I have $591.44 left to go. I want to make sure that everything that I put aside for my sinking funds is actually properly documented. And so I had 160, my subscriptions 40, my clothing was only 10, insurance is 130, and I'm gonna need to recalculate that, seeing as that amount went up. Car maintenance is 130, and household is 100. My 1 month ahead, I still have that 4,000. It sits over there, so I don't touch that unless I actually need to. And that's to help cover like my cash envelopes, and then I put the money back. Electronics was 50, and I think that's all of the sinking funds. Yep, that is all of that. And now let's look at the emergency fund. So still have 591. No. Oh, okay. And calculator. I hope my ear isn't bleeding because this hurts. 1085, and that, I guess that was what I was trying to save in December. So 591.44. So that should go up to 1676. And so my 1 month ahead, or my bill money is like what I normally call it. It sits on my primary checking account as well as all the money I need to pay my bills. But really the bill money is actually in the savings account at my primary bank. This is the bank I've been with for like 20 some odd years. And then my credit union has my emergency fund, my sinking funds and stuff like that. They're over there. So when I need something from sinking funds, I'll move the money over to my primary checking account. And there's also a cushion in there. And so you'll see my cushion is a savings line. I have about $295.40. That should be in there where all bills and everything are paid off. I should have about $295.40 that just sits in there. It should never be zero. If it's less than that, then I need to check and say, hey, where did it come from? Like when I hit the $87 and that came through, and I'm like, oh, I did not take that out for Fitbit. I have to keep up with that because that's part of me making sure I track all my expenses and I know what I'm doing, because I like to sign up for stuff and then forget I did it. But that kind of helps keep everything on track. So with that $87.79, it came out of my account. My account dropped down. I'm like, what the heck? Research, found out what it was, then went over to the credit union, transferred the money over to my account, and there it is. So I never have like zero. Sometimes people think a zero-based budget means that you have no money. No, it means you intentionally spent everything. So you put everything in a category. So your savings is planned, your spending is planned. You try to plan as much as you can. You're going to miss some stuff. But that's just nature of the beast. So now January is back to an $EveryDollar budget, which just means a zero-based budget. And I've been using EveryDollar since 2017. So now we're going to move on into February. We're going to get February set up. So I ain't in the mess I was just in just now. Because closing out December, I don't know what happened in December. I don't remember. But like everything. Oh, I know. That's when I fell apart in December. Got jacked up by the dentist. So my full-time job, I'm planning for my total salary to be $5,666. And I'm not doing anything with rebates, and I should not have any sinking funds. So I'm going to take that out. I'm going to do that. Household, I'm going to rename this one to cash envelopes. So this is what I saved from my cash envelopes. And I already know that amount. It's $137. So I'm going to put that up here. And so it's still just a planned amount because I still have to go to the bank and actually deposit that money. And that's how I try to keep myself honest, because it's real easy between here and my bank to stop off at a restaurant or to do anything crazy. All right, so what is next here? So the emergency fund. I plan on saving $1,700 for the month, so let's put $1,718. Christmas and gifts going to be $160, subscriptions $40, clothing $10. My cushion is okay. Medical $40. No, medical is going to be $60 this month because once I get that, I will have the $500 I need. I have $1,500, not $1,500, $1,000 that sits in my FSA. And so this will give me $1,500 to put together. And normally I don't even spend $1,000 in a year. I'll be looking for things to pay for and send the receipts in so it'll cover everything. Because as bad as I am about certain things, I'm pretty healthy. I mean, outside the sinus issues, and I can always claim my medicine for that. I don't necessarily have to go to the doctor for those things, but I do. I had budgeted $275 for my utilities, but I'm gonna leave that at $300. And the reason why is because of this ice storm that just passed. So $75 for my cell phone, $120 for the internet, $1,800 for my rent, $100 for my gas. I budgeted $200. Ooh, look at that. Up here it says I'm over budget. So yeah, we got to find all of that and clean all that up. So groceries is $600. Restaurants is going to be $80. So that's going to help. Brought us down to $396. And so you see the Christmas meals, $200 because it's not Christmas. We are meal prepping. So now I'm $196 over budget. Household repairs, that is $80. Personal, do what I want kind of stuff is $80. So I'm gonna do what I want within reason. So now I'm $56 over budget. So I'm going to erase this Christmas because I don't think I have any donations I need to be making. But I also have been using my Ibotta rewards. I'm not using them, but I actually I've almost gotten that up to $100. So that's good. So anytime anybody says, hey, you want to donate to such and such, I can give to that and then refund that from the Ibotta. Or if they tell me in advance, then I can say, hey, I have X amount to donate to that. And that helps. But when I was first starting out, so to be honest, I didn't have the money to donate to anything. Everything needed to come in because I had more bills than I actually had money. And so every dime I had, I tried to bring it in, make sure I got everything taken care of with the bills, the debt, and everything else. And so the only thing I could donate was my time, and that's what I did. I did keep the one that comes out of my check. There is an automatic debit that comes out for charity, and I've been doing that since I started the company. So, and I never stopped that one. And I never even put it on here because I didn't want anybody saying, well, you can put that on your debt. You can do this, you can do that. And it's like, yeah, I could do all that. Or I could just work a little bit harder. And that's the way I saw it. Okay. So it looks like health insurance, that needs to go up to $32. My identity theft is $6. So that looks right. Sons, me, household, restaurants. Oh, that's wrong. I had that at $80. It's actually $60. Alrighty, let's see what else I screwed up. All right, so gas for my car, I have at $200. Internet's $120. I feel like something is off. Something is missing. I know what it is. It's this. It's 25. Because see, on paper, the 137 that I put in the savings from the cash envelopes is 112. Extra is going to my that's a group. I just started hearing Cupid in my head. But no, focus. 112 plus the extra 25 that I put into the utilities. That's why I only have the 112 going over, because the cash envelope savings was 137. If I subtract out 35, no, 137. 137 137 minus 25 is 112. So that's why it's only 112. I was looking for 137 just to get y'all into my brain and what I'm looking for. And it's like, everything else is looking right. All right, so we're going to put that 112 here into the emergency fund. So we're not going to trust me to do math. I'm going to use the calculator. 1830. Get my mathesis right. So yay, we got an EveryDollar budget for the month of February online. So when I get ready to reconcile, see if I can match up to this at the end of the month. And so we see that if I can get $1,800 into my emergency fund this month, that'll get me up to $12,758.38 there. And my goal is to get to $24,000. So I put here was 20,000, but that was 20,000 at my old address. So we're going to change that goal there so that way it reflects where I live at now. But yes, and we are done. This was long. We had to clean up a mess, and so y'all just went through like me messiness. And so paper will be right sometimes, online will be right sometimes, and I'll figure it out. But thank y'all so much for watching. If you haven't had a chance, like the video. And EveryDollar is a app through Ramsey Solutions. I know everybody's not a DR fan. I can't control what that man says, but the tool is good. I've been using it since 2017. So, but thank y'all, and I will talk to y'all again. I'm not sure when I'm gonna get this uploaded, so we know I got Tuesday, Thursday videos coming out for you, and so if I didn't get y'all something up for Tuesday, either this is your Tuesday video or this is a Wednesday or Thursday video. So thank y'all so much for watching, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.